like that, people. It's a brand new weekend, so you know what that means. It means we are going to start another new video, maybe. And if we don't start a new video, we might just be saying, hey, welcome back to Rusted Up Garage. Be sure to like and subscribe to these videos because it really helps us out. And if it's in the middle of a video, I apologize, but we've just been doing a lot of recording lately. So, you know, we're trying to get the old 58 ready, okay? Big, exciting things happening, okay? Big. And I ain't even kidding you, okay? My wife and my children's, okay, surprised me for my birthday. Yeah, I'm getting older, you can't tell, but I am. They got me the airlift system we needed for the 58, okay? I'm pumped, because I weren't gonna order this for like another couple weeks, you know, but they went ahead and they surprised me and got it for me. So, what we have is we're gonna put the old air on this thing, finally, so we cannot have to do it with the air trucks in the back. It's gonna be pretty exciting, actually. Don't you think, Zach?
Yes.
And they can hear you now because we don't have our other camera with a microphone. So I broke that too.
Yeah. Yeah, so please subscribe so, you know, we can make a couple cents off the video so we can, you know, in 35 years afford to buy a new camera.
Right. So we went with the polished tank. This one in the trunk. Okay?
You didn't say who we got this from or what
I'm
it is.
working on it. You just wait. Okay. We went with the controller, which is Airlift Performance. There you go.
That's not who you bought it from, though.
That's what the kit is. Airlift Performance.
Yeah, but it's an Airlift 3P.
So, I was going to flip it. Well, you can give them this. It's an Airlift 3P. We didn't go with the H because the H is more money. Okay? We went with the P. And that means it's going to set by pressure, not by height. We don't have the height adjusters, okay? Because I haven't even figured out how to make shocks work on this car, let alone make height things work, okay? So let's just go with pressures. So we went with the old 3P Airlift Performance. And where did we buy it, Zach?
Bag Riders.
Bag Riders. Oh, yeah.
And they have like a kit builder thing online that you can click and choose what you want, and that's what we did.
Because Zach and my wife did it, so I don't know. I just know that they knew what I wanted, okay? So, we're here. It's got the controller right here. Nice little controller. Fits in your pocket. You can actually unplug this when you park it.
So nobody can air up your rig.
No one can air up your rig. Well, it's just a little button-y thing right here. Look at that. Ain't that something?
You're taking it out of the bag.
It says attention. Read first.
We're not going to read.
Perfect. Yeah, see, look at that. It's got the whole, you can basically tell what it's saying because you can, okay? Then we went with the dual polished up compressors for the back. That's for quick airing right there. You know, we want to put the air right to it. Now, we also went 3/8 for fast inflation and deflation of this heavy old girl, okay? So, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a tank over. I'm going to show them what we're going to do with it. And then I think we're going to get to work, and then we'll bring it back when we have something to show them. Because, you know...
Look at that niceness. A little peeking out back there.
Oh, look, the wagon. I know you guys haven't seen the wagon in a while. You haven't. I apologize. But the wagon will be coming back on the channel soon, okay? It will. We just have to get this thing done. And this thing's looking really good now. I mean, I don't know what you've seen of this, but, I mean, all I'm saying is, don't have it look amazing. I mean, I'm gonna hate to sell this car. Okay, I'm back. So the trunk, you guys haven't really seen much of the trunk. We got, you know, the fuel cell here, okay, and that's all hooked up. And then we made this cool little custom spout because remember it used to go under the car to the gas tank, so I had to put a little turner on it, so that way we could still fill it, you know, from our fill neck. Ain't that something? So, stay factory. Zach polished that up, needs to be wiped down, but polish it up. We actually have a cover for the battery that's all polished up that goes there. And but this is where the air system here goes. You can kind of see we got the tank, and then we're gonna put the compressors on each side. And the air valve's probably gonna go about somewhere in the middle. And then we'll just kind of curl the lines on both sides and send them out, I guess. I don't know, I haven't gotten through that part yet because I don't know. But we're definitely gonna put this part in like this. So I'm gonna get cranking now. And Zach's gonna cut apart the harness because that's what Zach's do. And we'll bring you back maybe when we get all this bolted down so you can kind of see where we're at, okay? Okay, Zacharoonie. So we've been working on getting this air system in, which we will show you just a minute where we're at on that. But Zach decided he wanted to thin out the harness a little bit. Now, what's lucky is we actually have 2 of these kits sitting here because the next project that's coming in, the 57 Chevy truck that we're gonna be doing for a guy, we're putting the system on. So we happen to have a spare one. Yeah. So Zach wanted to compare what the stock harness looked like to the harness that he depinned and redid for what we actually need to run 2 tanks and all that. 2 compressors, 1 tank, the system. It's the same exact system. Yep. But what they send versus what we actually needed. Yep. Right? Yeah. I don't think they're quite ready to see. You can barely tell. Let's say the top one is Zach's and the bottom 2 are from them. You guys ready for this? Holy crap and wire. He didn't just trim it.
I thinned it.
He thinned it.
So a lot of the stuff, so the stock harness that they supply, which is a universal harness, as you can tell by the length here, has a compressor relay in it. And it also has, we're running the 3P system, which is just pressure. It also has all the hookups in it for the height sensors, but we don't need them right now or maybe ever. So cut all that out, which gets rid of a lot of the wire here. And then they also, I guess, anticipate you know, mounting your battery in the person next to you's car. I'm not really sure why there's so much wire here, but there is. Now, in my harness, you can see there's no relays. And the reason for that is we have that great big MSD solid state relay in the trunk that's doing our fans and our fuel pump. So we have extra ports on that, so why add the extra relays?
But even that wouldn't take up that much more in this harness.
Doesn't take that much space.
But it's just crazy how much, and this is on every harness. I mean, we're just talking like in general. When you get a harness like from even like we got the Holly harness for this thing, Zach thinned out 3/4 of that.
And I cut off 4 feet
of everything. So that's one big thing. I mean, there's a lot of people that installs this stuff and can just install with the what it comes with. But when you start depinning and redoing harnesses, that's becomes quite a process.
Yeah.
It's just,
and it really takes your project from just, you know, you're taking and bolting on stuff to it looking really professional and clean. Just taking your time. You don't even necessarily have to have the tools to, you know, make fancy connectors like that or depin these. If you were to take this harness and cut it and use nice high quality butt crimps, you could reconfigure this harness to work in your car a whole lot better.
And then just relume it up so it looks clean. But we'll go to the back. We'll show you where we're at back there. And then it's supper time. We got to feed the beast. Okay, so that is the big relay Zach was talking about. That MSD one right back there that's running right off the battery, which the glass cleaner is sitting on currently. You can take that off there, Sean. Good idea. And so we have mounted the air tank back up underneath, and we have the 2 compressors right here. We have the lines coming out. Now, there just ain't much you can do because they're coming out and they have to sweep in, and without building hard lines to come out and get in, that's just kind of how it has to go. So for what we're doing, this is going to be perfectly fine because we don't really need the trunk for much, but you know, a little bit of luggage. But yeah, so we're almost installed here, and then Zach has to run his harness, which will run in behind all this, then come up, tie into all of this for the battery stuff and for all that. So that's where we're at. It's getting closer. This really ain't that hard to install. Pretty simple system.
Yeah, really simple. I mean, if you weren't to do all the harness reworking, you could probably have this kit in a day or 2.
Yeah, pretty simple. I mean, not counting the airbags. We already had those in, so that don't really count. But yeah, so that's where we're at. And I guess after we might putz a little bit more on it tonight. And not probably by tomorrow, it should be working. Okay, so this is going to be an exciting testament in a car that has been sitting for 30 years. Zach's going to get the honors, and we believe she's going to pull herself out of the garage. So, I guess, Zach, let her rip and don't run me over. Easy on the clutch when you come off. Just like that, people. That's the first time for us seeing this car like this. God, I have goosebumps. And I ain't even kidding. I mean, I have straight up goosebumps. Oh, my God. Crazy. I mean, we're not quite done with it, but she's ready for her first ride. Oh, I mean, the interior is almost together on it. We got a few more, we got door cards and stuff to make. Man, does she look good. God, I'm so excited. Well, there you go, Zach. You got to be the first driver of this car in 30-something years. Pretty cool, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to take her out for just a little light lap, nothing crazy, because, you know, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. But then we're going to probably get a few pictures of her, because, you know, we've been wanting to take pictures of her outside, and we'll come back. Maybe we'll hit a little bit more driving, but we'll see. Well, guys, we're on our first little drive. Kind of taking it easy. Speedometer works. Got all the gauge clusters working. I know you can't hear me. Yeah, kind of go easy. We're going through some corners here. We have learned you need shocks with airbags. Ready, guys? back to the shop. As you can see, the car made it back. And overall, I think it did phenomenal. It tracked really good. It tracked really good. It went down the road really good. Brakes are a little... They're not brakey yet. We got to work through that a little bit. If you get after them, they're good, but it's almost like the fulcrum's off a little bit or something, because there's not, like, I mean, you got to get on them, like stand on them. She'll stop, but whew. So, and that could be air too. Still, we're not really sure. We haven't really messed with them much, so we're gonna work through the brakes a little bit. The other thing is, it really needs shocks. Okay, just saying. People who say you don't need shocks with airbags lie. Well, they don't have 650 horses trying to drive the back end of the ground, okay? It's bad. So, shocks are in order before we move it again, for sure. Before we even drive it again. Shocks, door handles would be pretty handy, a few other things. So, we just gotta work through a few more bugs. But overall, I think it was a great first drive. We did very well. The thing is loud. Crazy loud. Extremely loud, ridiculously loud. It's perfect. But besides that, I mean, overall it's pretty good. So we got a few little bugs to work through, nothing serious. We got some odds and ends to wrap up and stuff, but I mean, we're way closer than what we've ever been for Power Tour, which is pretty amazing. So, I guess this week here, we're going to be working on shocks. We're going to do console stuff, a bunch of other stuff. Right, Zach?
Just some miscellaneous interior stuff.
Miscellaneous interior stuff. When we get time, I mean, this coming weekend we'll do some. I mean, it's not the tail. We got it up and running and moving. So, I mean, there's still quite a bit to do, don't get me wrong, but it was good to see her move on her own power after so many years. So, that was super duper exciting, and I mean, I said I couldn't wipe the grin off my face with a chisel. So, yeah, we're gonna get that done, and then I don't know. I don't even know what to say in this video. It was successful. I learned how to talk, and it was
successful.
It was a successful run. It was a successful run, and so yeah, it kind of gives you motivation to get the little stuff done, and then I guess what we're gonna do is start driving it a little bit. We're gonna drive it, you know, responsibly this time, more so maybe what we did this time. But I mean, you couldn't help it. It was like first time out, you had to just rip it a little bit. We didn't really rip on it that bad. I mean, considering what it can be done to it. But you know, we just had to give it a little catch up here and there. But we do gotta drive it responsibly, you know, kind of see how it's gonna run over 20, 30, 40 miles, and just kind of see. So that's what's next on our agenda for this thing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far, and we'll definitely have a little bit more content left because we got to build door cards and stuff, and then I guess we're moving on to another project. The 57 Chevy pickup should be coming into play here pretty quickly, and we still got to do a transmission on my truck. So I mean, we got tons to do, guys. You just keep subscribing, and we'll just keep doing stupid stuff like this. Okay? Well, Zach, speaking of videos, I think we need to go make one. Okay, let's do that.
You can close out this one, or?
I don't know if there's enough to close. There might be.
Yeah, it's the weekend.
Well, generally the weekend goes all week.
Yeah, but we just finished the weekend. Like, this is the end of the weekend.
Oh, we started one like 2 days ago.
Yeah, Friday afternoon when...
Well, Zach says this is it for this video.
I mean, we've done quite a bit, I thought.
Yeah, we've done quite a bit, so. Well, guys, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for all the comments. And we're just going to keep on building stuff. So, you guys have a great week, and peace out.
The door just closed.
Ghosts.